Welcome back. Unfortunately, things just didn't pan out in Iowa that we were hoping for.
No, bummer. Now I gotta wait to go again. But I've got another tag that's an every 4-year opportunity here in Wisconsin, and that's a fisher permit. So last year was my first year trapping. This is year 2. Still pretty new at it. New species, a whole new techniques. Follow along and see how my fisher trapping goes. Art and I are both trapping this year, and last year when I trapped my bobcat, I was able to borrow the traps from a friend of ours. We could borrow traps again this year from other people, but we decided to start, getting our own inventory, especially footholds this year. So we've got some brand new traps, as well as I am borrowing some conibears from a friend. Just because I'm not sure how much I'm going to use those in the future. But, they've been in storage and they could use, just a little dip in the dye. So I've got some conibears that are set up already in the wooden boxes. So I'm going to be just dipping those into the dye, and then as well as the footholds. So I'm going to do some, while things are kind of simmering, I'm probably going to also look at maybe do some maintenance on the boxes. It looks like some of the cables have broken, so I've got some spare hardware here. I'm gonna be seeing if I can do some repairs, and I've got some wire. I'm gonna just put some wire on all of the footholds just to make them give them a handle, for the dip, as well as to be able to bundle them together for storage going forward. Well, put in a full day at work already, and so I could get out early, and we're headed up north trapping. I drew a fisher tag this year, and just thought, what the heck, I'll put in, and drew a tag. I think I talked to a couple of people, and I had places I could go. Trapped for the first time last year, so pretty new to trapping in general. Everything we're learning about fisher trapping is mostly like what we're getting off of the Facebook group, a couple friends, and like YouTube and stuff like that. So pretty novice at this whole thing, but we've got the traps ready. Art helped me repair a couple. We're borrowing some traps from a friend. We got some bait, and I think we have everything we need. So. Alright, so as soon as Eric started heading down in this spot, Art and I both looked at each other and went, we like this. So we've got a bluff here to one side, as Eric was saying, and then I also there's kind of a swale that goes both ways. We kind of came down, from that bluff one direction, and there's also like a valley running this other direction. So there's kind of this kind of natural, saddle down in here. So we're going to look to maybe put a box, put our last Connie down here, and see if we can also find a spot where there's some, good dirt, where we could put a foothold, either make a cubby somewhere, or do a dirt hole if we can. And then, then I think we're done for fisher traps. So let's get her done. Found a spot here for our last Connie. I've got a nice bluff here. Kind of a swale going this way with a nice game trail here. Another kind of swale going that way. Seems like a nice kind of natural draw for animal movement. We already got the hunk of beaver up in there. That's been our primary bait we're using here for fisher. Now we've got some lure we're going to throw up in there, stink it up a little bit. A little bit of a stronger lure, just dabbing on some branches nearby, just to try to hopefully they get a whiff and come on in and check it out. Well, this is the last day of trapping, at least for this trip, here in northern Wisconsin. So we had 4 nights, and now we gotta go home. And so we're pulling traps, checking traps this last time, and pulling them and packing up to head home. So I got a Connie down here and a box on the ground. Let's go give it a look.
just flushed a grouse. Should have had Art come with me. We did bring a shotgun. It's back in the Ranger, so as we're driving through the trails, if we spot any, we could get out and put a little sneak on them, and just flushed one and kind of startled myself there. So I don't see any more running or anything. That one took off that way, so the trap's just up here. Let's go see. Well, I don't see anything from here. I guess we'd be seeing a tail or something if we had anything. So, well, I didn't have any luck catching a fisher our first trip up at our friend Eric's. So we have another friend, John. Art went to college with both of these guys. And John's in Eau Claire, and he's got this property just north of Eau Claire, and he's been seeing fisher regularly here, this year for sure. One they've been getting pictures of consistently. Another fisher they've seen walking through while they're deer hunting. So the archery season's over, our rifle season ended, so he said come on up. So we're up here north of Eau Claire, and Art and John, talked about the good locations. We looked at, topo maps, kind of prepared before we came up to the area. And now we're ready to head up, and we're going to go up into these valleys and look for some sign and put up some traps. Let's go. Well, this is it. This is the last trap. The last one that we were at, we had tracks going, a couple tracks onto the log, and just didn't commit. So this is the last one. We actually set this trap not the first day, but the second day. Took this other driveway, back in, and looks like a nice little spot. We've actually seen grouse in here every day. So got this last one. We got a Connie in a box not far from the truck here, so let's go see. There's a fisher. The last day, the last trap, and I got myself a fisher. This is I guess I'm probably surprised. I was not expecting to find this. I thought we'd be pulling another trap and, going home. And so this is quite a bonus. Let's go check it out. I don't know, seems like a good size. I don't know that much about fisher, but I'm pretty happy with it. He's some beautiful color, white, there on its chest and armpits, and beautiful dark tail. Good enough for me.